God, we come to you right now without pretending to be calm, without pretending to have answers, without pretending that everything feels okay. We come honestly. Some of us feel unsettled. Some of us feel tired of waiting. Some of us feel like the ground beneath our feet has shifted and we're still trying to find our balance. So before we ask for anything, we pause. We breathe. We let our bodies arrive here instead of racing ahead into worry. God, help us slow down enough to feel where we are holding tension, in the jaw, in the shoulders, in the chest, in the stomach. We don't need to judge it. We don't need to fix it. We simply notice it and bring it into your presence. God, you are not threatened by our uncertainty. You are not unsettled by our questions. You are not impatient with our fear. You are steady even when everything else feels unsteady. So we ask for peace today. Not the kind that comes from certainty, but the kind that comes from trust. Not the kind that depends on answers, but the kind that exists even when answers are still unfolding. God, quiet the part of our minds that keeps replaying what if. What if it doesn't work out? What if we make the wrong choice? What if we waited too long? What if we missed something important? Help us release the belief that we must constantly anticipate danger in order to stay safe. We are allowed to rest even when the future is unclear. God, bring peace to our nervous systems. For those of us who feel constantly on edge, constantly alert, constantly bracing, help our bodies remember that we are not in danger right now. Nothing is required of us in this moment except to breathe. God, remind us that you are present not just in outcomes, but in the waiting. Not just in clarity, but in confusion. Not just in resolution, but in the process. When the future feels uncertain, anchor us in today, this breath, this moment, this quiet space. God, we place before you the things we keep carrying silently, the worries we don't talk about, the fears we downplay, the thoughts we revisit late at night when everything else is quiet. We don't want to carry these alone anymore. We release the pressure to know exactly what comes next. We release the belief that peace must wait until circumstances change. We release the habit of measuring our safety by external conditions. God, help us trust that what is meant for us will not pass us by. God, help us trust not just the destination, but the unfolding. Help us trust the moments that feel unfinished. Help us trust the chapters that don't yet make sense. Help us trust the quiet stretches where nothing seems to be happening. Because so often, this is where our peace begins to slip. When we look around and wonder why others seem ahead, why answers haven't come yet, why things feel delayed when we've already waited so long. God, gently remind us that comparison is not clarity. What is meant for us unfolds in its own timing, its own rhythm, its own sacred order. We do not need to chase what is already aligned for us. We do not need to force what will arrive naturally. We do not need to exhaust ourselves trying to make life hurry. God, slow us down enough to feel the safety of this moment. Let us notice where we are bracing, where we are tightening, where we are holding our breath as if peace might disappear if we let go. Teach us that peace does not vanish when we relax, it deepens. God, we bring you the fear that if we stop worrying, something will go wrong. The fear that vigilance equals responsibility. The fear that rest equals risk. The fear that letting go means losing control forever. But you remind us that control has never been our true safety. You are. So we loosen our grip on outcomes, on timelines, on expectations we placed on ourselves that you never asked us to carry. God, for those listening right now who feel suspended between what was and what will be, meet them here, in the in-between, in the waiting, in the uncertainty. Remind them that the in-between is not empty. It is fertile. It is formative. It is where trust grows roots. God, help us stay present instead of mentally living in tomorrow. Tomorrow's worries do not belong to today. Tomorrow's strength will come when tomorrow arrives. For now, we are only asked to be here, breathing, listening, resting. God, if our minds drift back into fear, Bring us back gently, back to the sound of this moment, back to the rhythm of our breath, back to the quiet knowing that we are supported. We don't need to rehearse loss. We don't need to anticipate disappointment. We don't need to prepare for worst-case scenarios that may never come. Instead, we practice trust. Trust that you are guiding even when we cannot see. Trust that we are protected even when we feel vulnerable. Trust that peace is available now, not just later. God, help us recognize that uncertainty does not mean danger. It simply means life is still unfolding, and we are allowed to meet it calmly. That what is unfolding does not require constant vigilance. That delay does not mean neglect. Teach us to recognize your care even when nothing dramatic is happening. God, when uncertainty makes us feel small, remind us that we are held in your awareness, held in your timing, held in your care. When our thoughts begin to spiral, gently bring us back to our breath, back to our body, back to the truth that we are not alone. God, we ask you to stand guard over our minds. Protect us from imagining futures that steal peace from the present. Protect us from fear masquerading as responsibility. Protect us from the belief that rest is dangerous. God, teach us how to wait without growing bitter, how to trust without growing anxious, how to remain open without becoming overwhelmed. We don't need to rush our healing. We don't need to force clarity. We don't need to pressure ourselves into certainty. You are not rushing us. You are not disappointed in our pace. You are not withholding peace until we get it right. God, let your peace settle now, not all at once, not dramatically, but gently, like water finding its level, like a nervous system finally exhaling, like a body realizing it can soften. We receive that peace now. We allow it to move through us, to quiet us, to steady us. And as we return to our day, we carry this reminder with us that we are held, that we are guided, that we are not walking into the unknown alone. Amen. If this prayer helps slow your thoughts or steady your heart, let yourself remain in that calm for just a little longer. You don't need to rush back into the world yet. If you're finding comfort in these grounding prayers, you're welcome to subscribe and return whenever uncertainty feels heavy. Thank you for taking this quiet moment. May peace continue to meet you gently as you move forward.